Guys, welcome back to my design channel. Now today's video I'm going to be continuing with the part 2 of the font making process. So let's get started with that. Before going good part, consider clicking the like button, guys. I really appreciate that. And if you want more such videos, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, so whenever I'm going to be uploading it, you'll be get notified about it. Now talking about the part 1, in the part 1 I shown you that you can use the free font template from the calligrapher and then use the Photoshop to create your own fonts. And yeah, the another second route which you can use is that you can get the font templates from anywhere. Like you can use the calligrapher for free font template as well. You can get it from the Etsy or from some designer, whatever you can do, and then you can use the Illustrator and you can create your own fonts and then convert your characters into the or glyphs into the vector images, and then you can use the extension of the Illustrator with the font shelf. It's a paid plan, like it's a paid software. Illustrator is also paid software and font shelf is also a paid software. You can use those two tools to create your own fonts, because I see that some of the font designers, some of the calligrapher are using this kind of route. They are using the Illustrator and then they are connecting the Illustrator with the font shelf, and then they are making the fonts via that route. Another method that you can approach is by the Inkscape. Like you don't need to go with the Photoshop, which is a paid software, Illustrator, which is also paid software. You can use the Inkscape and you can write your own fonts. Of course, it's gonna be to create each and every character by yourself, and then you can use some font making software to convert your characters, your glyphs into the vector images, and thereby converting it into the fonts. So these are the few routes I can talk about in making the font making process. Now I talk about the part 1, but now let's talk about the part 2. So I'm going to hover over to my laptop in a second and we're going to talk about the part 2 of this font making process. Part 2, I'm currently on my laptop. Now for the part 2, we're going to be using a software that is an open source software and which is completely for free, and it's a font making software. So we're going to be using a Font Forge, that's an open source font editor. So I'm going to leave the link of this software, the website of the software, in the description box below. You can very well download the software completely for free, and we're going to be using the software for proceeding with the errors in our fonts and to rectifying it and finalizing our font and getting it prepared for selling or for even using it for our own personal purpose. So that's the website, is the fontforge.org. I'm just gonna go over to the software website and we're gonna be seeing how to download. I'm just gonna go over to the download section over here. So if you have releases available for the Windows, Mac, GNU and Linux, so if you are on the Windows, then you can very well click over here, and if you're on the Mac, then you can download over here, and so on and so forth. Like if I'm gonna go for the Windows, since I have my HP laptop, so it's a Windows, I can download it over here. I can confirm them and then I can download the software from here, and I can go over to the Mac and I can download the Mac from here. But I have already downloaded the software. Once you downloaded the software, you just need to install it. Now there is quite simple. You just need to follow the steps to install this software, which is simple and easy. I have already installed this software on my laptop, so I'm just gonna be opening up this software and we're gonna be proceeding with further our font making process. Okay guys, I have already downloaded, installed this software, and now I'm opening up. So when you're gonna open the software, it will going to ask you to open a file. Like since we have already saved our font in the part 1, if you remember the part 1, that we have saved and we have downloaded our font in the form of a TTF file on our computer or our laptop, if you remember that from the calligrapher. So we just need to open up that file in this Font Forge. So I'm just gonna go and open the file right now. Remember at the time we saved our font as the ABC fonts regular.tdf, and if you want to check the part 1 of this font making process, I'm gonna leave that part 1 video in the card section above. You can very well check it out. So I'm just gonna click over here and we're gonna click OK. So this Font Forge is opening up. Now this Font Forge is a little bit more scary because when I was first getting started with the software, it seems so clunky and so scary. Like there are so many tabs, there are so many things that you need to be working on, and it feels like so much overwhelming to work upon, but trust me guys, it's really worth it. So we're gonna be going that we have already made, and these are the 3 fonts characters we have made. So just gonna edit it. I'm gonna show you the errors and we're gonna edit it. Now this is the kind of like a font forge free open software. There are the various different kinds of tools over here, and these are the characters. Like you can even add the different characters in various different languages. Like you can just scroll down and can see they have the so many different characters. You can very well go and can write it and do, and like the basic ones are above. Below that there are so many different types of characters in various different languages. So we're just gonna be probably working on our own stuff. So I'm just gonna click over this one and we're gonna see the letter A. So we're gonna double click and then you're gonna see this kind of like window will going to appear. Now it's a little bit of the more of a scary. There are so many cross and all. Like if you're just gonna do this, like drag a simple one, then you're gonna see that your characters will going to outperform. It will going to be a little bit like that. You can make the changes over here and you can do it guys the way you want to, but I'm gonna probably just drag this line over here and we're just gonna close this gap, because if we just going to check it out, we're just gonna close this gap. And yeah, either way you can shift your font, the complete font, a little bit more downwards, and we can make up according to it. Let me just close this window and we're gonna go into the matrix window, and we're going to do in the new matrix window, and here we will going to type our fonts and we're gonna see what are the different errors are there. So we have only 3 characters in our font, so there's not that much we need to work upon. But you can see guys, when I type the A, B, C, you can see the distance between the A and B is fine, but distance between the B and C is so large. That means there is a kerning problem. We need to fix this kerning issue. That's what I was talking about in part 1, that when you are using a calligrapher to make your own fonts, you're going to find that there are so many errors in your font. You're going to find a kerning problem, the horizontal kerning, the vertical kerning. You're going to see the spaces between the characters are not equal, or maybe some characters are above the line, some characters are down the line. You won't see the kind of like a symmetry that you want in your font. So here I can see the distance between the A and B is okay, but distance between the B and C is far more than the distance between the A and B. So that means I need to fix the distance between the B and C. So that is the one error. Now let me see the other error. If I'm just go A and C, okay fine, the distance is fine. And if I'm just gonna go the C and B, you can see the distance is so much there. Like the distance between the C and B is greater, and if I choose the distance between the C and the A, it's fine. But distance between the B and C or C and B is greater. That means there is a kerning issue. So we need to fix that. So that is the thing we can do. You can very well go over to the matrix and you can go to the new matrix window and type the different characters to check that how your font is looking in that character. Since we only have the 3 font characters, so there is not much things that we need to fix over here. That's why I take it as a 3 characters only. So do very well what I want to show you with these 3 characters itself. So there is not much to fix over here, but once you are having a 26 letters, like 26 capital letters and 26 small letters, and then you have a 10 numbers as well, then you have a punctuation as well, so it's kind of like a 75 characters and maybe more than that, then you need to fix a lot many things in your font. So that's why the font forge come into the play, because calligrapher lend you into so many errors and mistakes when you're actually going to use your font. You're going to see that there is the not proper spacing between the different characters, and you're going to see some characters are above the line, some characters are below the line, or kind of like looking not symmetric in your font. So that's why we use this font forge. You can use this font forge for making your own fonts as well. Like you can use the Inkscape and write your own fonts, and then can import all the font characters in this font forge and convert it into the font file. So there is a lot more in this font forge. It's an amazing software. I'm just gonna see A and C, fine. A and B, it's fine. B and C, wait a minute. B and C is not fine. The distance is not okay. Then if I check the B and A, the distance is fine. If I check the C and B, the distance is not okay. C and A, the distance is fine, or even I can just close this distance, and even if I write all the letters in a row, I can see these are almost like in a line. So I don't need to change their vertical distance, but I do need to change the horizontal spacing. That is called the kerning. So I need to probably fix that. So first of all, I can go very well. I just gonna double click over here. Now this is the character my opens up. I can just like you can see these two lines over here. This is the line 1, this is the line 2. I'm just gonna bring these two lines closer to the character so that I can reduce a little bit of the horizontal kerning over here. But later on I'm gonna show you another method to correct your horizontal kerning, and you can do it the way you want to. There are so many tools over here, guys. The pen tool, the direction tools, there are so many different tools. You can do your own fonts over here. You can even write your own fonts. You can even write the different characters of your font. Since we have only ABC, you can just very well click over here. Like for example, if you want to write the D font, like the D character, so just gonna double click over here. Wait a minute. And you can even write your own font over here using the pen tool, and you can do that. But that's a little bit of a more learning curve, because using the pen tool of the font force is not that simple and not that easy. Because when I was getting started with that, it was like a little bit like out of the way for me. That's why I choose the Photoshop for writing my characters and then processing with this process, which I find one of the most easy way to make your own fonts. So let me just go and go to B. And we're just gonna bring it closer to the line B and here as well, and yeah, and just close this window. Same for the C. Okay, and yeah, you can even move it in the vertical upward or downward direction. You just fix these errors. Now we need to go and do some other stuff, guys. We're gonna go over to the element section. We're gonna go into the font info. So in the font info, you can write your font names, the family names, the name for humans. Like you can do all those stuff over here. You can even write your copyright. If you're creating your font and you are having some company, your own name, whatever, you can do and make changes over here. But I see that this is just a trial font that I'm making for this tutorial. So I'm just gonna let it be as an ABC fonts regular. You can even rewrite the name and font name, and you can do all those stuff over here. But we're gonna be going into some other stuff over here. You can see the different kinds of stuffs over here. So I'm gonna be going into the lookups. We're gonna go into the GPOS, and then we're going to go to the add lookup, and here we need to add the kernings. Okay guys, so this is the unspecified right now, so you can do the single position mistakes. Like if you're seeing the position is not correct, then you can do that. You can do the pair position kerning as well, the cursive position, mark to base position, mark to ligature position, mark to mark position. Like there is so much more you can do over here, but I'm gonna go with the pair and pair position. Select from over here what you want to do with the distance or the horizontal kerning or the vertical kerning or the required feature. We're going to be doing as the horizontal kerning because we want to see the distance between the two letters. So I'm just going to be selecting the horizontal kerning, and we're just going to click over to the OK. Over to the add subtable. Okay, it's done over here. Then this is the scary part, guys. This was so scary. If you are having so many characters over here, it would be a little bit more scary to see a bunch of the characters. But since we only have the 3 characters, so it doesn't seem that scary. Like you can use the individual kerning pairs. You can use the kerning classes as well. And intra-class distance, you can set it, and you can select it as auto kern new entries. If you want the kerning entries to be auto kern, you can select that as well. But you can play around with the different things. But we're just gonna go and work on the kernings between the letter C and A and C and B. So I'm just probably selecting the letter C from over here. Let me just select the C from over here and the B from here, and just click OK. Okay, so this is the window that will going to appear for correcting the kerning. Now we're just gonna select the new over here, and we're gonna correct the kernings between the C and the B and B and the C, whatever way. So I'm just gonna write over here the C. Okay, and over here I'm gonna be writing as a B and select over here. Now you can see the distance between these two is not looking apt, like there is a lot more distance. So I need, and we're just gonna drag this and bring it near to it. Like you can just drag it and bring it near over here, or you can take it down. Like you can do it whatever you want to do it, but I see that this distance is okay, so I'm just gonna do that. Then I'm gonna go and select again the B from here and the C from here. And we're just gonna collect, oh, you can see the distance is not okay. So I'm just gonna drag it over here and boom, okay. And the another thing we can do is the A and C distance, okay. You can see the A and C distance is not apt. I'm gonna drag the C and bring it closer to the A, or you can take it further away, whatever you wanna do. The another thing you wanna do is the C, wait a minute, C and A. Now depending on the how many characters you have in your font, this process will going to take a lot more time. Like if you are having a 75 characters or maybe more than that, then it will going to take a little bit more time than you expect it to take, because you need to check each and every character and check the spacing between them, horizontal spacing or the vertical spacing, the kerning and all that. So it will going to a little bit take more time, but since we only have the 3 characters, so that's why it's not going to take me that much amount of time. Now you can see that this is between the C and A is not apt. I'm just going to drag it and boom. And I'm going to see the A and B distance. We're going to see it's not correct, so I'm going to drag the B and bring it closer to A. Now I'm gonna bring it the B and A distance and just click over here. Again, the distance is not well. I'm gonna bring it closer and it's like this. So I have taken the C with the B, B with the C, A with the C, C with the A and AB. So I have done it in this way, and you can do it. You can add the more tables and all. Then later on you can click over to the OK option and click over to the here as well, OK. And boom, we are done with that. Now you just need to confirm whether we have done it or not. Just going to the new matrix window and just type again the A, B, C. You can see the distance is proper. If I check the A or C, the distance is proper, or C or A, the distance is proper, or the A or B, the distance is proper, or B or A, it's proper, or C or B, it's proper. So this is the way, guys, you can do that. Like there are so many different options over here. There's a new matrix, you can set the width, you can do the encoding. Like there's a lot more things are there in this section which you can very well do it. And once you're satisfied with your fonts, you can check your fonts writing in the new matrix window over here. And once you're satisfied with your font, now you need to export your font. So we're gonna just go over to the file option over here, and we're gonna proceed over to the, either you can import them, like if you want more characters you can import them, you can merge featured info as well, but we're gonna go over to the generate fonts. I'm just gonna click over to the generate fonts option. Now I have, like, it's in the open type. You can select the font type, font format. Generally the 2 types of fonts basically are used, that's a TTF and OTF, the open type font or the true type font. You can select whatever you want to do that. Either you can select the true type, or you can select the open type. Like you can do bitmap fonts, leave it like that only, you don't need to rename it. You can go over to the option over here, and you can select that these are the things that needs to be selected in the open type: old style kernings, window compatible kerning, FFM, FTM table. These all need to be selected, so let be like that only, don't change it. You can click over to this validate before saving. They're gonna validate your font before saving. You can click over that, or either you can remove it, whatever you want to do with that. Unclick it and click on the generate option. Then it's going to replace our old font because we haven't changed the name. So I'm going to replace it, and boom, our file is saved. We have generated our fonts, and that's it. That's it for part 2. Do let me know in the comment section below if you have any doubts regarding this font forge software. And also, guys, I am also a newbie to the font world. I started with font making process like 2 or 3 months back only. So I'm still learning with the font forge, but this much I have learned so far, and I know the basics of creating the fonts. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, but do let me know in the comment section below if you have any more doubts. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you really find today's video useful. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. And if you subscribe to my channel, so whenever I'm gonna upload it, you'll be get notified about it. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video. See you for the next time. Take care. Bye, guys.